What is going on, everybody? I hope you guys are all having an amazing day. I am doing a Photoshop tutorial. There is other videos out there, but I'm just going to show you guys how I do it. I don't know if I do it the exact same way. If you have it set to upload to Facebook, make sure you turn it off because it looks really weird on Facebook, I will admit. I am not sure about Twitter, but this is just for Instagram because most people use Instagram for pictures. So it's just that swiping aspect of how to reveal a cooler picture, a bigger picture, even bigger, without having to like crop in and do different stuff. So it's just a cool way to do it. I know a lot of people have been doing it nowadays, but now you get to know how I do it. So let's get straight into Photoshop. From here, you're just going to create a new one. Yes, this is all of the stuff that I have worked on recently. So if you have watched one of my 4 past videos, you will understand what all of this is. But we're not to worry about that. We're just going to create a new one. This is obviously all of the ones that I have set. I actually have 2 of them set for a triple post and a double post. So I'm going to explain them instead of just clicking on them. For Instagram, there's 2 ways you can take pictures. It is a 5x4, 4x4, I guess there's, so 5x4 and 4x4, which is a square or a rectangle. Now you can either have your rectangle vertical or horizontal. Yes, very elementary, I understand, but I just want to get to the basics of it. So I like my pictures to be more horizontal because I take a lot of horizontal pictures rather than vertical pictures. Yes, people will tell you that to take up more screen real estate on Instagram to take them and do them vertical, but we're trying to stretch a picture this way. We're not trying to stretch one this way. So it won't really do you very much good if you have just the picture stretched a lot of ways this way, if it's one picture this way. So what I have done is 5x4, making it 5 width, 4 height, and I just doubled it. So I'm doing 10 width, but the height is still the same because it's still going to be the same all the way across. So I am just going to do 2, which you can't just go here and type in 10 and 4 and then change it. It will probably say pixels, so you'll probably have to change it to inches and do 10 and 4, and make sure that your little orientation right here is set to be a horizontal, not a vertical picture. And then just click create. So we are left with now a white canvas of anything we want it to be. If you wanted to, you can go ahead. If you do not have these lines around here to tell you what it is, you hit Command R or Control R, whatever, if you're on Mac or Windows, and it will bring up all of this around you. This is probably the most life-changing and life-saving thing you will do. So just so I know, it pretty much snaps it for you. If you just drag anywhere from here, there's going to be a little line, and as soon as I let go, it stops it anywhere I want. But I know that half of 10 is 5, so I'm just going to put this in the middle, so I know everything on this side will be one post and everything on this side will be another. Not one post, but one picture, and everything will be on the other side will be another picture, and it will flow seamlessly. So I have 3 pictures that I want to use. I don't know how I am going to incorporate them, so I'm just going to put them all in here. They were actually from a random car that I saw on the interstate, a random NSX on my way back from one of the Alexandria trips that I was going on. And I saw this car and the dude was sitting there, and I told him, hey, I like flagged him down, and I was like, hey, I pull my camera out and I'll try to take pictures. So I got my first set of rolling pictures. I had to change my shutter speed. We were going like 80 miles an hour. So we were going way too fast for what we were doing. So they're not great pictures, but nevertheless, there is some pretty cool aspects to them. So as you can see, if I really wanted to, all I would have to do, if I want to view just one of them, whatever the top layer is on this panel right here, on your layers panel, then it will be what is shown. So I have just hit the little eye to hide the very top one, so I see the second picture technically. So if I hit Command T or Control T, oh, I'm sorry, Now I hit Control T. Then I will be able to adjust the size of this one picture. If I want to, I can make it smaller, I can make it bigger, but I don't want to change how the car looks. So if I hold shift and go to any one of these squares and go out, it will make it uniform and be all one with how I want it to be. But as you can tell, this already looks kind of cool. Maybe the only thing that I would do is maybe flip the picture, so that way they see the, oh, not that way. Maybe I would just flip the picture so that way they saw the car second, and they just saw the road and like, ooh, what is this? And then had the road leading up to the car, so they kind of followed the road. Yes, it is technically backwards, but it's a right-hand drive car, so people aren't really gonna notice that it's wrong unless you know that who this person is and who their car is. I have absolutely no idea who this is, so if somebody knows who this is and they're watching the video or they see the post, definitely like link them down below and hit them up, be like, hey, I saw your car on this dude's YouTube video. But that's not all that I want to do. Yes, this would be kind of cool, but I want to incorporate something else into it as well. I want there to be multiple pictures. So yes, I am going to leave this exact picture to be my background. So I'm just going to drag it to the bottom so that way I can see the other picture as well. Yes, this does look very whack, I will admit. So I really don't have a true envision for what I want this to look like. But again, I'm just going to hit Command T and just kind of bring it down a little bit. And if it does do this, just hit Command Z and redo it again. It's way easier just to start over with sizing. Make sure you are letting go of the mouse before you let go of shift, because if not, it will make it to where see, I like this picture a little bit better than this one. Oh, Command Z is a life changer. See, I hit Command R on accident, so I like this one a little bit better over here. But I will put this one, make it a little bit smaller, and just put it dead in the middle, so people are trying to see what this is. Make it up top. I don't know, I do kind of like it. I think it looks kind of cool. I think just adding some extra touches now. So the main picture I wanted people to see was the long one right now. But in clicking on my original post, they're not going to see the really full version of the car. So you got to kind of think about it on the aspect of all people are going to see whenever they click on whenever they first see my post is nothing but this right here. So they're going to be thinking, okay, well, I see a road. I wonder where this leads. In your self-conscious, you're going to be like, okay, I wonder where this road leads. And then they swipe, and then boom. Then they see the full picture of what I wanted. Yes, there is this extra little piece right here, but I'm going to show you guys how to get rid of that in a second. So for now, what I'm going to do is probably one of my favorite things. Now that you see it, and I'm about to show you how to do it, you're going to realize that I do it on every single thing. If you double click on whichever one of the layers, you will pull up this layer style. From that, at the very bottom, yours might not be at the very bottom, but mine is, there is a drop shadow tab. I use this probably religiously. I'm just going to set it to 130. This is just setting where the shadow is. So like pretty much you're setting where the sun is, or where the light is on your shadow. Really, these down here are very temperamental. You pretty much just kind of pick whichever one you want. You can see they obviously do different things. This has everything to do with just pure of what you're trying to do for the time. This looks really cool. I do this all the time because it creates separation between this picture and that picture. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So if I turn this effect off, there's this weird mind trippy thing you got going on to where you can't really tell that this photo is another photo. But as soon as I add this little bit of depth, you see, okay, there's a black ring around it. This obviously is a different picture. Now the easy thing is just to hit Control or Command and click on, or right click if you're not using the MacBook or anything like that, and just right click on and click copy layer style, and then go to the whichever one you want to go to, scroll down, and it's probably going to be, there's just three little things that will say paste layer style, and it does the exact same thing again. So it still just creates that little bit of depth, and you can't really tell because this is a dark picture, but it does have the shadow over this because it is the very top layer. So you can kind of tell, only because the trees are a little bit lighter right there. But literally just looking at it, it does look very cool. It's just something different to post on your Instagram feed if you're trying to find something. So I'm just kind of looking at it, and I really don't like where these are. I think I'm going to take this, I'm going to hit Command T, and then I'm going to right click, and then I'm going to flip it so that way people see this right here. And then I'm going to put this one back up top. But in doing that, I'm going to have to switch this layer and make it at the very top, so that way my little drop shadow thing is still in effect. So now probably one of the easiest parts, but it's going to be overlooked, so you don't really have to do this, but I just kind of like to get rid of the line just to see what it looks like, how it's going to flow all together. And I do like the way it looks. I did edit this with one of my presets, so they all look the same. So now we're going to get to how we split it in half. So there is a little tool right here. It is called the Select Slice tool. If you don't have it, you might have to just like long press or long click on the crop tool, because that's probably what's right here. But you want to choose the Select Slice, not just the slice one. You can do slice, but it's a little bit harder to use. So after you click here, you're just going to go up at the top and click divide. So you're going to want to divide it vertically, so that way there is a vertical line going up and down. It doesn't know we're making this for Instagram, so we're going to have to click divide vertically in two, and it's going to automatically make it to 0. So all we have to do is just do 2. Oh, I hit 3. We're just going to have to do 2, and it will automatically cut it in half for us. Now, the kicker is if you export it, it will still be one very long picture. We're gonna, instead of going to File, Export, and then Export As, it will create it as one picture. You're gonna go to File, Export, and then Save for Web. So all of these settings are kind of to your liking. If you scroll over, you can see one side is dark and one side is bright. Is because it is showing you that yes, it will be exporting two different pictures. If your settings don't match this, I would kind of match it to almost a T. If you change the resize percentage, I have found sometimes it messes up on Instagram, but it will make your picture file size a whole lot smaller. So just for fun, I will make it 75%, and then all you have to do is click save, and then obviously choose a destination of where you would like them to be saved. I would just save them to my desktop for now. Let's see, car for Instagram.jpg, of course, and then just click save. Yes. So I'm going to show you guys what it looks like. So you will automatically get made a folder. So you're just going to open the folder. Even on Windows, it will still make a folder. So it has actually turned it into 2 separate pictures for Instagram. So let's go over to now my phone so I can show you guys how to do this actual upload. So now pretty much just get these pictures to your phone however you want to do that. If you're uploading to Instagram, I don't think your computer actually lets you upload to Instagram. If you can, I haven't found a way to, because there's been some cool pictures, but however you want to do it, just get them to your phone, and then we will go from there. Now we are on the phone. So if you guys are creating a new post, obviously I'm sure you know how to do that. But as soon as you click on it, it will probably bring you up to this exact looking thing. Now the only thing you have to do is just click the little double arrows and make sure that it is full screen, because if not, it will mess up your picture, because we have it set to a 4x5, not a 5x4. Obviously, if you wanted to do a 5x4, it would require a little bit of difference for that setting, but you can still make it work. That is how we did it. And then you're just going to click the little carousel button, so you get to pick how many pictures you want added to it. If you were doing 3 or 4, that obviously would vary, but it automatically makes the same size picture for you. So if you didn't know, the first picture you pick and you edit it to that certain size, every picture in the carousel after that will be according to. So if you have vertical and horizontal pictures you are taking, make sure that you are editing them accordingly to that standard. And just going to click next, and this is just a little quick preview of whenever you scroll back and forth what people will see. And if you want to edit anything or add filters, you can do that, but I mean, why add filters if you already edited the picture? So just a quick view of it. Click next, and you can go to the top, and this is actually what the seamless picture will look like when people are scrolling on Instagram. It's going to look really, really cool. People are going to be shocked. They're like, whoa, how'd you do that? How'd you do the cool little seamless picture? Now you can tell them, boom, this is how you do it. But that is it for the video, for the tutorial on how to do the seamless transition. If you guys want to do 3 or want to see 3 or just an example of 3, I can show you guys how to do the 3 as well. It's pretty much the exact same thing. I can trust that you guys know how to do it if you've watched this video. But if you guys do this video, do this example and use this in an Instagram post, please make sure to tag me in it so I can share it. I can show off you guys and all you guys amazing work that I know that you are doing. But nevertheless, that is the end of this video. I hope you guys did like it. If you did, make sure to hit the little thumbs up down below. Hit the little subscribe button if you haven't already. And hit the bell so you get notified every time that I upload a video or that I go live. That's it for this one. Peace out. I'll catch you guys in the next one.